Okay, let's try Pooh Wars.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Winnie the Pooh at the Olympics.
Oh dear.
The Acre Avengers.
Pooh Bear, you are part of a bigger book series. You just don't know it yet. You're right, because I forgot.
Greetings, Winnipegs and Edwards. This is Matt Patrick. I'm just trying out ideas for these Winnie the Pooh parody movies because, in case you haven't been catching up, the first book written by A.A. Milne is now in the public domain, like Pinocchio, Alice in Wonderland, and Gulliver's Travels. And what's the first movie people are doing with this public domain opportunity? Yeah, I'll just wait 10 years for a Guillermo del Toro version. So let's take a trip down memory lane by talking about a holiday gem where Pooh and the gang try celebrating a day without Valentine's Day. Un-Valentine's Day is the 27th episode of the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh that aired on October 7, 1989. I remember back when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Winnie the Pooh episodes. I had an enjoyable time with this movie, from the characters to the fourth wall antics to some of the songs. And when it comes to its Saturday morning cartoon, the show shares the same creativity, imagination, and wholesomeness as the books and movie. But this would not be the last time the 100 Acre Wood gang celebrated Valentine's Day. A decade later, there was a special called A Valentine for You, where Pooh and the gang tried to capture this love bug called the Smitten because Christopher Robin made a best friend. However, Un-Valentine's Day is the Winnie the Pooh Valentine special I usually watch most of the time. Was there a lot of love and care that went into this episode? Well, let's open this chapter book and find out. The cartoon opens at Rabbit's house hosting a meeting with the residents of the 100 Acre Woods. Rabbit complained that today is Valentine's Day, and every time someone gives anyone a Valentine's gift, they get showered with lots of Valentine's cards throughout the years. Rabbit believed that Pooh was responsible for the never-ending gift-giving because he's the nicest bear in the world. So Rabbit had no choice but to cancel Valentine's Day. That way no one will be burying cards nor have their feelings hurt. Meanwhile, as Pooh watched his honey pots, he gets a new jar of honey as a Valentine's Day present. But the big issue, since Rabbit said no more Valentine's gift, Pooh tries to find the gift giver. He thought it was Piglet, but he didn't give Pooh anything. But even though he never gave the bear anything, Pooh decided to give Piglet what's left of the honey jar because they're best friends. Despite that, Piglet still wants to give Pooh something special. As King and Roo bounce along the woods, they encounter Pooh in a mailbox costume in hopes he can find the culprit. Maybe if he sings the Mailtime song, he can catch the guy dancing. But things become full circle. When Piglet made a cake for Pooh, Tigger bounced him and sent the cake in Al's house. He decides to make a gift for Piglet. The cake drops on Tigger and thinks Al baked it for him and decides to make another cake. And back at Rabbit's house, he tries to shove all the cards back in the cupboard and discovers someone gave him a Valentine's carrot and someone gets in trouble over it. While the gang mailed their cards, Rabbit caught everyone red-handed and hosted another meeting. Rabbit blamed Pooh for starting the cycle again, but he explained that someone gave him a Valentine's before him. They conclude someone outside of the meeting is responsible for the gift giving. They suggested it might have been Christopher Robin, so they decided to give him the biggest Valentine gift ever, a Valentine's Day stage show. Rabbit directs the crew, Roo and Gopher make music, Tigger becomes the visual effects person, Pooh and Kanga are the stars of the show, and Piglet plays Cupid as Al tries to hang on to him. Christopher Robin arrives at the show, but once Al drops Piglet, things go completely haywire and the play gets out of control. And the best way to stop everything is to end it with a big bang. However, Christopher Robin loved the show and thought it was comedy and gave all of his friends Valentine's Day cards. Then Pooh and Piglet walked down the path questioning why Christopher Robin gave Pooh another Valentine's gift this year. But they discover it was Eeyore who gave Pooh the honey jar the whole time because he felt bad about not participating on Valentine's Day last year. So he decided to do something nice to show how much he cared. When it comes to the Valentine's aspect, it shows the pros and cons of celebrating the holiday. Sure, it's nice to receive a card or a special gift, but having and preserving all of them is just too much to handle. Although I find it very hard to believe that they've received hundreds or thousands of cards in the past year or so.
I received 200,000 at least. Oh, yeah? Well, I got an even quadrillion in one.
But what makes the special a good Valentine's Day episode is the importance of caring for friends. Take Pooh Bear for instance. The show say that he has a habit to show his appreciation towards his friends by giving them plenty of cards or gifts. It's not to show how much he cares about Piglet, Tigger, Rabbit, and the rest, it's about why he cares about them. Even when Piglet said he didn't give Pooh the honey pot or anything, he still showed his gratitude by giving Piglet the pot for being his best friend. And when the side plot with Christopher Robin comes in, you understand why they had to make a Valentine's for him despite they tried to cancel the holiday. He is the reason why everyone in the 100 Acre Woods is together as some sort of family. They're not just stuffed toys like in the books, they are Christopher Robin's friends. But since it is a Winnie the Pooh cartoon, it does contain a bunch of silly scenarios. I find it funny that Pooh dressed up like a mailbox to find the gift giver, but didn't turn out as planned. It's pretty ironic that Rabbit is using the Valentine's carrot as a new gamble when complaining about the holiday, and you can't help but smile at what is happening behind the scenes and on stage with the Valentine's Day play.
Makeup! Makeup! It's makeup!
Now when it comes to...
Makeup!
Now when it comes to the big reveal at the end about Eeyore, that is a very good twist and even helps the morality of the episode. They mentioned in the beginning that Eeyore sat out last year's Valentine's Day because, well, he's Eeyore and he didn't get anything. So you eventually figure out it has to be him with the honey pot mystery, and he gave a good explanation why he did it. We know he's mostly gloomy, but there can be times that he can show his happy side and does care about his friends. Even some of the other Winnie the Pooh examples establish he can express more than one emotion, not just gloominess. Therefore, if Pooh and the gang are having fun with anything, he likes to join in and be part of it. And that's what makes the Winnie the Pooh Valentine's Day episode an enjoyable special from the Saturday morning cartoon. It has enough heart, joy, and humor that capture the spirit of the original movie and the A.A. Milne books. If you're a fan of the books or the Disney film, this is a special worth checking out. Who knew a silly old bear all stuffed with fluff can make a holiday exhilarating? This is a Valentine's Day episode that knows how to bring some love.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it 9 Valentine card avalanches. I'm Matt Patrick. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to watch the Dark Winnie the Pooh movie. The real one. There you go.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, check out these other videos, or feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming reviews and other projects. I'll see you soon.